Welcome to another episode of Only Dude in the House. So it's been several months and the Sonoma has been sitting in the garage. You can see it's starting to collect some stuff on top of it. And it's time to get the axle swapped out. So this is going to be like a part one of I don't know how many parts series on getting this taken care of. And so it's been way too long. I need to get it out of the garage. Well, I need to get it running so that I can get the Ranger sold so I can use the garage. So hopefully this goes well. I don't know, I've never done it before, so with help with some friends, hopefully I can get this done while I'm on vacation and finally get it up and running. So at this point in time, what I've done is I've took all the tires off and I jacked it up, had it on stands, but I was borrowing a buddy's stands and so he needed them back. So so I can buy another set. I've got just the back end jacked up, and then I put these junk old tires back on, which they're going to just go to a scrap yard because I don't want them. So far what I've done is I opened up the rear end. There's the cap sitting there, and I looked at it. The gears and everything looked good, so I'm not exactly sure what is going on there. It's just, I'm guessing some bearings are bad, maybe in the pinion, but I felt it was just easier to go ahead and just get a replacement rear end. So I found a junkyard that has one, this exact same one. I don't know what year it is or anything until I get there, possibly Thursday. But we're going to go ahead and completely rebuild that. And by that, I mean Craigslist rebuilt. And then we'll get that installed. I'm going to buy some brand new shocks because this thing needs some shocks. And the nice thing about it is all the brake lines, everything's been redone. There's even brand new pistons on there. So I'm going to look and see what the ones on the axle I'm going to get looks like. And if if they're in better shape or same or whatever, I can at least strip these parts off and keep them and use it for backup at some point in time. So, but for now, I got the garage I need to clean. I mean, I got a pile of stuff over here. That shelf needs to go away because there's no room to work over there. I finally got the tires out of here. I mean, I got this pile of junk sitting here. I got this bench that I need to get moved. I actually kind of like to get that slid over here maybe for now. It's actually going to be a project that I'll probably post at some point in time. I got it from the school. It's just an old workbench, but I mean, it is solid. But what I'd like to do is clean it up, sand it down, and maybe make an outdoor table for grilling and smoking. But this side's not too bad, but I need to get it at least swept up. And so I have room to work here because I can't get anywhere in here with that. And I really want to keep the garage doors closed because right now it's about 29 degrees outside. So this isn't the most ideal time to work on this, but I have no other time off between basketball, school, and then I was sick for a little while, and just all this stuff going on. I got like 3 to 4 days off where we don't have holiday parties and we don't have things going on at church and things like that. So I got to try to cram this in. I want to be able to get it running by hopefully Monday. And Tuesday, I don't know if we're going to end up going in, but I was going to take Tuesday off, but we may end up going to the school and having an open gym for basketball. And if that's the case, I might as well go in and work and then take another day some other day. But a lot to do. There's a lot in this garage that needs to be cleaned up. I mean, there's just stuff everywhere. I mean, I gotta get some of this stuff out of here. Just get it cleaned up. I honestly like to get this stuff. Like, I have a shed outside. I may try to get a bunch of this stuff in there. And I mean, I don't know what to do with my hunting climber. I mean, I just need to find a place for it, because what I'd like to do is have this cleared out and see if I can back Big Blue in here. He is so long. I don't think he's going to make it without this stuff being out of the way, because I need to do an oil change on that and What was that? Well, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that. But I wanna have some space so I can get him back in here and get an oil change and check the fluids on that, because it's gonna get cold here in the next few days. So, lots to do, not a whole lot of time to do it. This truck is my main priority in here to get it running, because I'm excited about running it. I wanna do some work on it, maybe find a new bed for it, because it's rusted out. But I got some plans I want to do. Just kind of working in my mind, just some things that I'd like to do for it. I think it's kind of exciting. And I mean, I know I've been wanting to put some focus on Big Blue, but right now it's just going to cost a lot of money to try and time to try to find a bed for it and to work on that. So it's still kind of, you know, show worthy right now. It's running well. It's good. Just needs to keep up on the cleaning and stuff like that, and maintain it. I can work on some of that, but this Sonoma, there's a lot of potential for it, and being able to use it a little bit more often than Big Blue. It gets better gas mileage. It's still a square body. It's a 1992, but there's some things that I can do to kind of tweak it and have a little bit of fun with it at the same time. So I want to work on that. So, all right, enough chat. I got to get busy. I got to get this place cleaned up. Got to the truck yet. So if I could take maybe another 30 minutes to get that cleaned up and start. I don't know that I'm going to really mess with anything on this side over here for now, just because there's some stuff I can take to the shed, but otherwise I think I'm just going to leave most of that there. But I think what I'm going to try to do is really just kind of focus on getting this over here and some of this done, so I have space to work and get Big Blue in. So I gotta try to get him to start on cold, with a cold start. That's interesting. So, all right, break time over. Get in here and get the rest of this stuff moved. All right, well, here's the progress so far. So I got that over here and the shelf moved. There's the air compressor, gasoline. So I got all kinds of room here to move. I mean, it's plenty of space to be able to work. And then there's my pile of stuff to go outside. And then this side over here is all cleaned up and good to go. So now the only thing I wish I would have done was maybe pulled up a little farther, but now I at least have space to get in and out of the garage when I open that, and I have to have both of them up. So now I think what I'm gonna do is try to get rid of these bags and stuff for Kim, find a place for those. Maybe those can go on the shelf for her, and then start working on that, taking that to the trash, and working on taking this to the shed so I can get it out of my hair, along with a bunch of that stuff too. So unfortunately, that's gonna make it, that calls for opening the garage. Just no choice. All right, well, here's my progress. I know I got to get the stuff off the truck. That's next. So that area is clean. I brought the shelf over here and put the bags for shopping there, and I got the wood and some stuff there. That salt's gonna go up front, so we have it for sidewalks. But here's the space. Everything's in the shed that I wanted to get in the shed. I'm not worried about that corner over there. That'll be another time. I got this all cleaned up and shoved back, so that I think eventually I could get Big Blue, but I'm gonna have to measure it. So all I got left right now is I just need to sweep this floor and get it cleaned up so that we have a nice usable work space. And then I'll start working on this pile. So this is how a professional homeowner does it out in the Midwest. Leaf blower. all the main garbage is picked up already. So all it's in here is just, all I got left is just like cat litter that I laid down a long time ago. The sand, actually, I think is what it is. Same thing, cat litter, sand. I'm gonna take you outside here in a second. That means I'm gonna have to open the garage again. And I'm gonna measure and see how wide Big Blue is compared to the garage door with the mirrors and everything, because, and maybe even the length, to see how much room I actually have. I'm judging by looking at it, I think there's enough room here to back it in if I came in at an angle, but mirrors are gonna be a thing, and that means I'm gonna have to loosen them and bend them in and all that stuff. But just out of curiosity, because when I'm thinking, and maybe you guys can comment below and tell me your opinion on this, and I'm sure the missus will tell me what her opinion is on it as well, but it's really kind of on me. But once we get this truck running and get it out of here, what I want to do is I want to make this bay open again for her and the SUV, because it's perfect. She can back in, there's enough room, because I mean that SUV is about as long as this Sonoma is, and there's gobs of room, as you can see here, for her to be able to unload groceries, and she can go right straight to the door instead of having to fool around over here. That's how we used to do it when I had the company truck before. And so my thought is I'm not going to be driving this Sonoma all that often, but I will be driving it periodically here through the winter and et cetera, et cetera. And it would be nice to have it indoors. But if I could get Big Blue in this bay, then I wouldn't have to winterize it. I wouldn't have to worry about keeping it clean or anything. I could just store it in here for the winter, and it'd be out of the way. It won't be in the driveway taking up space out there, and just leave it in here for the winter months. I'm thinking about doing that, but I have to get this truck obviously running and out of here to do it. And that just means that I'm gonna have to brush off snow and et cetera on this truck. But I've done it before. And so I really think it is a good idea to do it that way. So that way Big Blue's out, he's not getting in the salt, not gonna be out there in the cold. I got some other things I need to do. I need to do an oil change. I wanna check the antifreeze, make sure it's good. But if it's inside here, I don't have to worry about necessarily some of those things, as opposed to being direct elements outside. So comment below, let me know what you think about that. So let's go outside and take a look and see what the differences are. Oops. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a measurement on this and see. Probably about 109, 110 inches. And as far as length, we're looking at, we'll just say 260 is needed. All right, well, here we go. Cold start. Definitely gonna have to pump it a few times. Sure to get some gas in that carburetor. It's only 41 degrees. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually pull it in instead of backing it in, because when I back it in and the time it's gonna take me, it's gonna pump this whole garage full of exhaust. That way the exhaust stays out. And since I have plenty of length, I could also keep it like right up against the garage door, and then possibly still have the room I need to be able to work on it from the front. got them in. I mean, I can go around the other side, and I have space, just enough space to be able to work. And then on the back side, I had to pull the mirrors in, and had just enough space. But now I've got plenty of space to bring the garage down. And over here, there's plenty of room. Could have actually came back a little bit this way. I'm gonna, I gotta shut this. I need to get that unlocked and shut it. But now this works perfect, because honestly, I could still do an oil change. I mean, there's just so much room underneath this. This truck sits up so high. But I honestly think this is what I'm gonna do. I honestly think I'm gonna just get this Sonoma running, get rid of this Ranger, get this Sonoma running, and park Big Blue in here. So that way it's in for the winter and it's not taking up space in the driveway and getting all, you know, messed up from the winter. So, well, everything's cleared off. Just got to work on some stuff on the back of the truck with the oil and stuff like that, and then jump into the axle. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. This is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to start digging in and taking this axle out and getting it taken apart so that I can get the new one. Tomorrow I go to pick up the axle at the junkyard, and hopefully, like I said, by the end of this week, if not the first of next week, we'll have this up and running and get it out of the garage and try to see how it goes. So again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.